Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here. Welcome to a brand new video. This is just kind of a random video that I'm doing today. I'm not going to script any of it. I just decided to go ahead and start filming. I was originally going to be working on that Shepperton Stormtrooper armor and starting the mannequin for the Star Wars room. However, I had to have to wait on something for tomorrow. I had ordered another mannequin for the Avengers room, and it was the wrong size. I got it on Friday, so I had to call them, and I have to call them back again tomorrow to figure that out. So I didn't want to start working on that as of yet. And I'm going to be doing some changes to the Star Wars wall, just a couple minor shifting of some shelves. And our Spinmaster Yoda here is going to be leaving the shelf, at least for right now. And so when I was looking at that, and then I was checking out some updates on San Diego Comic-Con, I just started thinking about Spinmaster and Black Series Hasbro and just how inept, how terrible Spinmasters run opposed to the Hasbro Black Series line in regards to Star Wars. So first, I just want to make the announcement just to let people know if they didn't know. Now these are my own custom helmets here, but the Hasbro Black Series X-Wing helmet's going to be coming out really soon, so I would really suggest pre-ordering that because once those go on sale, I do believe that's going to be a really popular helmet and it will sell out. And also announced over the weekend, Hasbro Black Series is also going to be coming out with the Fett helmet, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for. I've seen some pictures online and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm probably going to go ahead and order one, even though I have a couple of custom helmets already, just because I think those are really going to go up in value as a collector. So first off, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you didn't know, go out and pre-order your helmets because they are coming soon, which then made me start thinking about the Black Series and about Spinmaster and how you can have Black Series helmets and one in the 6-inch series and stuff that just really goes up in value. They show up on the store shelves, they sell out, and then they're really hard to find. And then you have the opposite side of the spectrum, which is Spinmaster, which I don't know what they're doing. And the thing is like, I don't like ranting about them because I'm invested that they do a good job, because I want their items. You know, as collectors, we want them to do a good job, and for some reason they just don't. And so the first one here is the Spinmaster Yoda. Try to adjust my camera a little bit. Now, I've actually talked about him quite a few times, and the only reason I'm talking about him today is because I was taking him down. I had those helmets down because part of the changing of the shelves and then getting the notification about the Fett helmet from the Black Series. And so I just want to do this video. So this Yoda here, I've actually done some customization to it, and I will continue to do more. He will probably end up either going in storage or he will be sold. But he really is actually a cool item.
You did.
Yes, I did. So
Ready or not? The Force, you must learn.
So what I did with him is I deactivated his foot motors, which Spinmaster should have done in the first place. Other companies have done that with the R2 units, where they're interactive and you can either have them on the floor and he can run around, or you can change the mode on them and you can have them sitting on a desk or a shelf. And so that's the first thing I had to do, because Spinmaster just, I don't know what they were thinking, especially with the price point. I believe this was closer to $200 when it came out, or like $160. And not to give that option was kind of strange.
A question do you have?
Yeah, I have a question. Why did Spinmaster mess you up? I guess it was just a mistake. No, he's thinking about that. How about, hey Yoda, can you make me a Jedi?
A Jedi. The Force is with you, young Padawan.
Thank you.
Extend your hand, you must.
All right.
And push with the Force.
All right, so you can see where this Yoda here had really great potential. I'm going to turn him off. So again,
Extend your hand, you must.
I am extending it to turn you off. All right. Had great potential. he still does, especially now, because I think you can pick them up like in the $30 to $40 range, and then you could just weather his robe. I did a little bit of black wash to his face. I added some hair, and again, I deactivated his foot motor, so he's able to be on, and you can have him on a table or a shelf. I still have some other modifications, probably like to add his flute, you know, his, whoop, sorry about that, his necklace and stuff would be a great addition as well. Because I think the head sculpt is not that bad. So, Spinmaster makes this, it's a big flop, and so you would think from a company standpoint they would try to see where they messed up so it didn't happen again. And then they come out with the BB-8. They first say it's going to be life size, and it's not, and I don't really blame them for that, because that might be something that was done contractually, where they were just told they couldn't make it life size. Because if they made it life size, if you think about it, excuse me, I'm going to change my position here. If you think about it, if they were to have made a life size BB-8, it's part of that diorama that I'm building, and you've seen this BB-8 before as well. Get the camera all set up. Again, this is just a impromptu video while I have some stuff out. And by the way, this is a Black Series 6-inch ray speeder that I did a modification on. So contractually, I think probably because, you know, why would somebody want to get a life-size BB-8 for $200 when they could buy one from Sideshow for $2,000? Of course, I'm being funny, but that's probably what it is. So if they knew that Sideshow was going to be making these and producing them at $2,000, and I don't think people would buy them if this one was available in the same size for 1/10 the price or 1/4 the price or whatever the math is on it. So I think that's why they made it smaller. But I don't think that's what the issue was for this not being a very popular item, because now these had a price point of about $200, I think, and you can get them now for like $60, $60-$70 used. You can maybe get them for like $40. You just have to search around. It was just yet another flop by Spinmaster. And actually, just like the Yoda, and even more so, the sculpt on it is great. The material they used, how it does light up, the interactive part of it, all fantastic. It's almost like, you know, they were running for the touchdown, and right when they got to the 2-yard line, they just stopped. They literally just stopped with it. Some of the other issues that it had with it is you have to charge it, and there's 2 separate charging areas to it. The head has to be charged and the body has to be charged. And they provided you with only one adapter. And then the second one, they just provided you with a cord for USB, and you had to provide your own charger part of it. Which didn't make any sense. Like, they immediately made you have to go out and buy something if you didn't already have it at your house, which kind of turned me off a little bit. But I actually had some extra chargers, so that really wasn't the issue. It was mainly the same thing with the Yoda, is it didn't have a display mode. So like when it's on display like this on my diorama that I'm building, I couldn't just have him on, because he'd want to roll off, he'd want to move around, because they didn't put that mode in there, which they should have. So they should have learned from the last time, but they didn't. Maybe they should start watching my videos, possibly. So that was the first thing. And the second thing is they added so much great stuff to it, but yet they just didn't have a way where you could really apply it, to where you could use it. Because I think everybody wants, and I think at some point, another 5 years from now or 10 years from now, people want to have a robot in their house. And they could easily have done that with this BB-8 here. If you look at the technology with, say, like a Roomba, or even the Samsung iBot or iRobot, it's called, and they actually came out with a Star Wars one. They came out with a Stormtrooper and a Vader, where that thing actually maps out your house, and it has a charging dock, and when it gets low, it just goes back to his charging dock. So how cool would it have been if they would have had this BB-8 have some of the features that a Roomba had, where it literally just goes to a dock, and it's also a display base as well. And at any time, you could just walk into your room and say, "Hey, BB-8, what's up?" And he would wake up, come off the dock, and start going around your house. Which it already has some of those features already. It does have the feature where if he's on one side of the room and you say something to him, he'll actually turn around because he can sense where the voice is coming from. So again, they added a lot of stuff to it, but you couldn't do anything with it. And also too, with being displayed, and I'm not going to take him off the display, but he doesn't set up. Like if you set him on a hardwood floor, he'll just lean over to one side. So they didn't give a display base for it. They did a really horrible job with the charging units, and they just made it really impractical. And they just almost had it. I mean, I really believe if they would have gave that dock, the charging dock, kind of like, I don't know, for some reason it's just escaping my mind right now, but they make the smaller BB-8 in the R2. They actually, well, I know the BB-8 has a charging dock. You actually just set him on there, and he charges, and then he's ready to go. You don't have to plug him into anything. And they could have just done that with this BB-8, and he would have been good to go. Everybody that was a Star Wars fan would have purchased one of these. And instead of me saying, "Oh, maybe I could put this on eBay for $50 and somebody will buy it," I'd have it on eBay and they'd be selling for $1,000, and everybody would be loving it. So, yeah. Spinmaster, learn from Hasbro Black Series. Like, get a good research department, get a development department that kind of knows what they're doing. So that's about it for the video. Again, I don't want to really turn it into a rant. I really wanted to just kind of make the announcement about the FET helmet for the Black Series. Like, if you're even thinking about it, just go ahead and pre-order it and get on the list to get it, because I've seen pictures of it again, and it looks absolutely amazing. And look for some of the changes to the Star Wars wall, where I had to move some stuff around and say goodbye to Yoda for now. And also too, we're going to be working on this diorama here. We're going to be adding Rey and Finn and some other really cool stuff to it. So that's it for now. I hope to make some more videos coming up really soon, because I have like 10 projects that are kind of all verging into one that have to do with the Avengers room and the Star Wars room and the Life-Size Stormtrooper, and working on the Tatooine wall as well, and that Avengers room. I want to talk about it more, but it's pointless to talk about it unless I could show you, and I don't want to show you yet. So just know that's coming too. Of course, I announce that almost every week, but it's true. I'm working on this stuff. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I shall talk to you really, really soon.